The Critical Kid is the worst YouTuber of all time. I mean, I thought The Amazing Atheist was bad, but this man takes the cake as quite possibly the most garbage human YouTuber of all time. Yes, exactly. Not to mention, he's anti-Christmas as well. Oh yes, ever since he started doing his commercial reviews, he's been going around saying that Christmas is all about commercialism and not about the birth of Christ.
Hey, I never said that.
Oh. Hello, Critical Kid.
I am here to call you out on your false claims about me. First off, I was born and raised as a Christian.
Yes, but are you as Christian as someone like Say Goodnight Kevin?
Really? That's the example you're going with? You do realize I critiqued all of the God's Not Dead movies, right?
Oh. I didn't realize that.
And also, I didn't say that I was anti-Christmas. I just said that I really didn't like how the holiday has become so commercialized.
Oh, really?
Now look, if I review a Christmas special with some religious overtones in it, will you please put this whole thing behind you?
Oh, alright.
Good. Anyway, this is VeggieTales, the toy that saved Christmas. We start off this little Christmas special with a grandpa telling his granddaughter a bedtime story.
And so the pig and the giant lizard brought the boy back to his family at the bowling alley, and they all lived happily ever after. The end.
Okay, does anyone else want to hear the rest of that story based on that ending?
Just one more story. A Christmas story.
Did I ever tell you about my Christmas in Vietnam? Now that was the real war on Christmas. He tells her the story about his days as a delivery man as he makes his last stop.
We are then introduced to the kids in this town through a catchy little musical number.
I can't believe it's Christmas. I think I'm finally getting something. Can't believe it's Christmas. My favorite time of year.
The kids are so excited about Christmas, dare I say, ecstatic about it, that they completely ignored the delivery man even when he needed their help the most.
Oh boy, it's finally.
Boy, my spinely!
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Boy, it's time of year.
So anyway, the kids are now back inside the house and see an advertisement for a toy called Buzzsaw Louie.
You want a toy with a fully functional buzzsaw built into its right arm. That's right, you want Buzzsaw Louie.
Buzzsaw Louie, the same people that brought you Baby Heimlich.
Come on, baby Heimlich, spit it out.
But wait, there's more. Buzzsaw Louie also knows the true meaning of Christmas. All you have to do is press his nose.
Christmas is when you get stuff. You need more toys.
So after the kids see this ad on TV, they begin to scream and whine about what they want for Christmas.
I want a Buzzsaw Louie. I want 10 Buzzsaw Louies.
So basically, it's spoiled children acting like spoiled children.
We cut to the factory/TV studio where we see the owner of the company, Mr. Nezzard, along with his sidekick, Mr. Lunt.
Hey, wait a second. Didn't they become good guys at the end of the Rack Shack and Benny episode?
More wily than my brother, Nebby K.
You mean the one with the chocolate factory that I used to work for? Oh, you are much more wily than him.
Well, at least they found their way around that continuity error. VeggieTales, the first ever cinematic universe before Marvel.
Back in the factory, we see one of the Buzzsaw Louies come to life and start to question the true meaning of Christmas.
There must be more to Christmas. I think we're really missing something. Must be more to Christmas. But what?
Which are all very important questions, but I have a very important question of my own. How is it that Buzzsaw Louie, out of all of these Buzzsaw Louies, is able to walk, talk, and act like a normal human being?
Who knows? It could be the same way Chucky came to life for all I care.
Or the same microchip from Small Soldiers.
So Louie breaks out of the factory only to have him fall off the cliff.
Oh my goodness. I hope he's alright.
Who cares? It's Silly Songs with Larry time! Ah yes, Silly Songs with Larry, the part of the show where Larry comes out to sing a silly song. This is one of the biggest highlights of any VeggieTales episode, and this one in particular is no exception.
The basic premise of this silly song is rather simple. We have Larry waiting for Santa while he's visited by a bank robber, a Viking for some reason, and an agent of the IRS.
I'm from the IRS, and I've come to attack Shark.
Aside from Larry showing them some kindness, he starts to give away Santa's cookies one by one until Santa shows up.
Hey, wait a minute. Isn't that my belt?
You don't even wear pants. Why do you need a belt?
Oh well, either way, it's a classic little silly song.
Merry Christmas!
Anyway, we cut back to the special where we see Bob, Larry, and Junior sledding down the hill as they came across the Buzzsaw Louie from earlier.
He tells them that he wants to search for the true meaning of Christmas, as Junior suggests that they go talk to the old delivery man for help.
He reads them a passage from the Nativity story which shows them the true meaning of Christmas.
Christmas isn't about getting, it's about giving. And it's especially about a little baby named Jesus, who was the greatest gift of all.
They try to spread this message around the town, however, it's a little bit too late as the town started to become Sparky from A Year Without Santa Claus.
Wah,
Santa, I need a changin'.
So how are they going to get the message across? By breaking and entering, of course. Once they get in the TV studio, they use the factory's broadcasting system to spread their message across the world.
This is Junior Asparagus from Dinkletown with an important message. We were wrong about Christmas.
It's all fake news, people. Mr. Nezzard is a huge loser. So Mr. Nezzard found out through this conveniently placed window in the wall, and let's just say that he's none too pleased about this. But instead of kicking them out the door like any normal person would, he decided to tie them up and send them out via sled.
Let's see, where would you like to go? Wibblestown? Bumblyburg?
Just don't send us to Pugsleyville. The bridge is out.
Pugsleyville! Oh, I hear it's nice this time of year. Mr. Lunt, 4 tickets to Pugsleyville, please.
Right away, boss.
Hooray for attempted murder! This is a kid's show, right?
But luckily, Mr. Nezzard is stopped by the families and they decide to give him a Christmas gift. Well, that was nice of them. This is how Christians are supposed to act. Instead of beating him or hurting him or insulting him, they actually kill him with kindness. It just goes to show the best way to be a Christian is to lead by example, not through hate. Hey.
So Mr. Nezzard accidentally pushed the button that sends him down the chute. This looks like a job for highly trained penguins. I was talking about the penguins from Madagascar, but I guess this will do.
We then get a chase scene through the snow as Mr. Nezzard crashes through the gate. Yeah, kind of weird seeing how that gate was solid as a rock earlier, but now it's as weak as a toothpick. Either way, Mr. Nezzard is saved by the penguins and Buzzsaw Louie, as well as some assistance from the delivery man from earlier.
Talk about Deus Ex Machina. And so the special ends with a big Christmas party filled with happiness, joy, and gift giving. And as for Louie,
He filled Dinkletown with new tables and chairs and hutches and spice racks and those little things to hang your mugs on and, well, you get the picture. I need more wood.
And from then on, Louie became a walking, talking IKEA.
Yep, it was the best Christmas ever.
so that was the toy that saved Christmas. And what did we think about it? It was pretty awesome. The animation was great as always, despite a few hiccups here and there. The story itself is pretty standard for any Christmas story at least, and they managed to stick with their religious roots while not coming off as being overly preachy about it.
The jokes are pretty good too, especially with the silly song segment. The fact that they were able to slip in a joke about the IRS on a kid's show is actually pretty outstanding.
All in all, this is an enjoyable watch. If you're looking for something to watch around this time of year, I highly recommend checking this one out this holiday season.
Well, thank you for doing this, Critical Kid. It feels really good to collaborate with people who aren't just the guys who work here.
Oh, well, no problem. Well, if you'll excuse me, I have to go make some more reviews, so bye-bye!
So remember, when you're watching VeggieTales, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays, and may Jesus be with you.
We can't believe it's Christmas.